So Shamima Begum's father is blaming the UK for his daughter to joining ISIS. What's up, guys? This is GN Guy. If you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. So, Shamima Begum's father is trying to deflect the blame of her actions on the UK government. See, I'm from Bangladesh. I grew up there when I was young, and I recently visited there. In that country, everyone is infantilized. Even 20 and 21-year-olds have guardians, as to say, like, you don't really move out of your house, out of your parents' house, like you do in the West. You're still a part of their household. Like, your parents are like the elders of your household, and you always defer to them on matters of executive matters. So, in his mind, this makes sense, but in the UK, she's a lot more independent, a lot more, a lot less naive, and a lot less infantilized. She grew up in a different country, and he doesn't understand that. Shamima Begum's father said that the Britons should have done more to stop the daughter fleeing the country. He didn't have the passport. ISIS bride, 15, fled to Syria to marry Dutch jihadi in 2015. Begum, now 19, has resurfaced recently in a Syrian refugee camp. I told reporters she has come home for the sake of her new baby. So let's take a look at the video.
যে আমি একটু চাই যদি আমার বাচ্চা 15 বছর সময় গেছে তাই তো বুঝ আছে যে সময় তাই যদি অপরাধ করিয়া থাকে তে ব্রিটিশ সরকারে ফেরত নেউকা নিয়া তাইরে দরকারে শাস্তি দেউকা অত মানে আমি চাই না কাল খুব ভালো মনে আছিল অতটা ইসলামী মাইন্ডেরও আছিল না তাই একটা সমস্যা আছিল তাই মানে খুব সহজে যেটা বুঝাইতা তাই সহজে বুঝিলে তো একটা সমস্যা আছিল তাই আর কোনো ধরনের সমস্যা লেখাপড়া তো খুব ভালো আছিল তাই একজন এক মাস আগে গেছে অনুমানিক এক মাস আগে গেছে অন্ততকে ব্রিটিশ সরকার ওখানে উচিত আছে যে স্কুল তারা সতর্ক হওয়া আর স্কুলও মানে তারা দেখাশোনা করতে পারছিল কীভাবে গেল তারা এর বাদে এক মাস পরে আরও 3 জন ছাত্র যায় কি তারা ওখানে তদন্ত করিয়া দেখো কেন কি লাগেল এই আবেরটা বাচ্চা তাই তো বয়স্কও নাই.
See, I agree with her father there, actually. He's right. The United Kingdom government didn't go after these students, and they didn't want to investigate. They were letting that stay in the, out of mind, out of sight, basically. They didn't want that to, destroy their entire narrative of whatever's happening. They did not want that. They did not want that to disturb that it was a paradise in the UK. They didn't want that. And the UK government just willfully ignored it until the problem kind of resurfaced and they couldn't ignore it anymore. But Home Secretary Sajid Javid has revoked her citizenship. Despite saying that he would take the decision and would render a person stateless, family has insisted she's not a dual citizen. Case is pending in court. Begum's father, Ahmed Ali, the Associated Press, interviewed his Bangladeshi village, where he now requests the government allow his daughter to return. My child is only 15 years old when she left. She was immature, said Mr. Ali. She lived in northeastern Bangladesh district of Sunamganj with his second wife. Well, he lives there now, not her. And she comes from a broken home, and a broken home in a Bangladeshi society, it's not just it's not a easy thing. It's not pretty normal. It's actually a big stigma on the children and everyone. I don't know, like it probably works better in pre-westernized families, but she comes from a very traditional family, and that's gonna be a huge mark on her. Actually, it hurts any children in broken homes, but if there's an out like this, like either joining a gang or joining a terrorist organization, they're gonna, like, the kid's gonna choose it. They want a family where they belong. It's just how things are. It's human nature. But she chose the wrong thing to do, and now she's going to pay for it. Mr. Ali moved to England in 1975 and returned to his village in 1990 to marry his first wife, Asma Begum. Later, he returned to Bangladesh and got married to his second wife. Mr. Ali criticized the authorities who failed with dealing with the issues of students fleeing Syria to join ISIS. That's a good point. Why the hell were the government just reluctant on going after these teens? They were more adamant on bringing them back home and rehabilitating them instead of going after them and finding the root cause. They didn't want to address the root cause because that's not something they want to touch.
Shamima moved over when she was 15. You met in Raqqa. She was at the Women's Centre in Raqqa. You married her when she was 15 years old.
That's correct.
How in any way is that acceptable? You were what, 23?
To be honest, when my friend came and he said there was a girl she was interested in marriage, I wasn't really interested because of her age. But I accepted the offer anyways, and we sat down, and she seemed like in a good state of mind. Yeah, she was very young, and maybe it would have been better for her to wait a bit, but she didn't. She chose to get married.
So the Dutch government apparently doesn't recognize the marriage because she was too young and couldn't consent. 15-year-old, by the way, and this guy's like what, 21 when they got married. He was in his 20s when they got married, and this is something that, he should definitely be prosecuted. He's 27 now, so he was more than 21. One girl went there a month ago. He most likely a month ago. The British government should have armed the matter, and they should have inquired the school to find out why she fled. Absolutely agree with this guy. Since she's a student, 1 month later, 3 students fled. The authorities should investigate the school where the students fled. They were not adults. This is the issue I have with the British government. They do not want to police these issues because they don't want to be viewing as racist or Islamophobes. This is a matter in the Muslim community. They don't want this. They don't want this problem either. They don't want their kids joining up and joining these organizations. Just like the black community doesn't want their kids joining gangs and getting killed. The British immigration system is the most informed system in the world. I say, how did Shamima get there using another one's passport? Good point. He doesn't even own a passport. These matters should be investigated as well. Her daughter's husband, Yago Rajek, told the BBC that a month after Kurdish Detention Center, he met Begum days after arriving in Syria when she was 15. He said the marriage was her own. Thanks a lot for listening. If you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe.